And now, here's Dialogue, a podcast with Gene Richard from KBZE 105.9 FM. Today's show is being sponsored by...
Hello. I'm Thibodaux City Councilwoman Constance Johnson, and I'm running for re-election on Tuesday, November 8th, to continue serving the residents of District C. After the devastation of Hurricane Ida, I teamed up with Marsha Calvin Cooks, and we assessed the needs of the entire city of Thibodaux. We immediately opened a drive-through distribution site at the Moses Community Center. We also delivered hurricane relief items directly to the doors of residents. For many years, I have conducted quality residential meetings, distributed food and other essential items to needy residents, and toys to hundreds of children during the Christmas holidays. I will continue to be your voice all the time, and not just around every full-year election cycle. On Tuesday, November 8th, I humbly ask you to re-elect Constance Johnson to the Thibodaux City Council. Let's continue moving District C forward and not return back to the good old boy politics. Paid for by Constance Johnson Campaign Fund.
And welcome back, listeners, and here we are back again for the third dialogue in front of the courthouse again, and I'm beginning to like it. The weather, we got to do this every Wednesday, Howard, because the weather is absolutely gorgeous, and here we are again in front of the beautiful courthouse, and with me this morning is Miss Constance Johnson. She is running for Councilwoman, District C, here in the city of Thibodaux. She was first elected, we were just talking about it, first elected in 2010, 2012, somewhere in that neighborhood. But you've been on the council 12 years. And good morning and welcome to the program, Miss Johnson.
Good morning.
And
yes.
I told Miss Connie before the program, let's just chill. She's talked about budgets. She's talked about all of the nuts and bolts and all of the numbers in her district and everything else. Today we're going to talk a little bit about something else. Hey, let's just calm down, chill, and have a good time. 13 days to go for the election. I know you're working hard. I see your signs everywhere. I see you everywhere. So I know you're working hard. But I guess my first question to you is this, and listeners, I'm not, I have worked with her for a long time, and I'm not even stepping out of line when I say this. She's about one of the hardest working council people I know, especially in her district. And the thing about District C is it's unique, I think. Would you tell us a little bit about that?
District C is a very unique district. The makeup is great. We have so many opportunities in District C, and I continue to unfold many of the areas in District C that people are not even aware of. I think there are areas in which people live that we've not actually focused in on, and my concern is just making District C the best and doing whatever I can to improve District C, and we have done that. Over the last 12 years, District C has really improved, and we are continuing to work forward in doing that.
You know, we all, and you and I have always talked, and we've said that what's good for Thibodaux is also good for our districts. And that's true for the most part. But there are some districts that do take different things. And of course, yours is one of them. And I always hear you and I always see you working with, I don't want to, maybe the underprivileged, or maybe working with the kids in the way of schoolwork, in the way of after school work, in the way of things for them to do. You accomplishing that?
Yes, I am. I believe through the school system that I have a relationship with, and other organizations that I work with, and other individuals that I work with, we are continuing to look for ways and means to address the needs in District C with the youth by providing various services, art services, summer programs, plane trips, and of course with COVID we were not able to do that. But since COVID is now coming to pretty much a comfortable position, we're able to travel again. So we want to make certain that we take our youth to the various areas. Some of the youth have gone to various prisons to try to curtail some of the problems that we have in our areas. We've taken kids to various museums for educational purposes and other purposes as well. So we're continue to look for ways and means to help the students as well as the parents in the district, because we know if we can help the parents, then we know for certain we can help the child. So we are continuing to do that, look for businesses that will buy into what we see District C is in need of. And I think some of the things that District C is in need of is just providing some of the services to kids that do not have sometimes the opportunities that other kids have. And District C is a very complex district, and it's a district made up of many levels of income. But we do know in District C that we have low levels of income in District C, and some people are just not able to afford some of the privileges that some people in District C can. So my purpose in looking for resources are to make certain that each person is afforded the same opportunities. We may not be able to get there at the same time, but I do believe as we go along, we will be able to find opportunities for everyone in District C, from the child to the elders in District C as well.
One of your favorite words is partnering, and I've heard you use it many, many times. And I know, as you mentioned, that some of those challenges are great. Are you having a tough time finding partners, or are you? I know you're always hunting. How are you making out with that?
Well, like anything else, it is tough. But I believe when people see the work that we put out in District C, the trust factor is one of the most factors that people look for. And I believe that people see that I am willing to move forward and do whatever I can first and foremost. I think when I put myself out first, then others will follow. I believe because of that, we're increasing the organizations, increasing individuals, and increasing just support systems. Partnerships are so great, and I want to make certain that I keep those partnerships. I want to make certain that organizations like Baton Rouge, I've had new organizations to come in. They are looking at the potential, and they're looking at how we are advancing District C.
Let me ask you this, and of course we've been talking about people, and you're a people person. Also in District C, and I've heard you at the council meetings, got some structural problems, not necessarily that are not, uncommon to some of the other districts, but in District C, I know you've had some problems in the past with drainage and with flooding and some substandard situations that have arisen. How is that doing?
Well, I'm very grateful that the council has now passed a package, which of course will address some of the drainage problems in District C. I am very concerned, and as I've always said, concerned for the drainage. I'm concerned about some of the damages that occurred after Ida. And because of what happened, and because of the resources and the connections that I have, I was able to assist many of the people in District C to repair their roofs, to repair their homes, to replace some of their losses, clothing, properties, all sorts of things that I was able to do through a grant that I was able to receive to help people in District C, as well as others within the city, based on the need. Many of the people in District C did not have insurance, and because of that, I was able to give extra funding that I was able to receive to many of the residents in District C.
Let me ask you this. Did you work with FEMA at all?
My God, yes, I did.
Tell us about that experience.
From the onset of things, I was able to get FEMA on site. And I would say Congressman Graves was a great help to me in doing so. FEMA came in several times at my distributions, and many of the people benefited from that. So, and I still have that relationship. I had a meeting on September 29th, and I had my meeting in June, and I was able to have FEMA down. And also now, I was able to get another organization through FEMA to come in to help do some extensive repairs and to help give support to many of the people still in our district that were not able to afford insurance. So now we're bringing all of that in to help.
Let me ask you this. Excuse me. Let me ask you this. When all of these programs, and I'm listening to you, and I didn't even know that you did. I mean, I listened to you on the council. I didn't even know you did all of this. But there's tons of programs out there that apparently people didn't know about that you found. As the back part of Ida the real part of Ida settled in, and people didn't have homes, people didn't have roofs, people had flooding, people didn't have food, people didn't have clothes. But I see in your district, there's a lot of work going on.
Yes, there is a lot of work going on. One of the organizations that I was able to make contact with came in from Baton Rouge. On the backside of things, they were able to receive funding, extensive funding, to help low income and also others in the area that did not have insurance and do not have insurance to repair and even to rebuild. So that is an ongoing process. I have a meeting in about maybe 30 days with the organization again to bring them on site to work with the people in the district within our areas.
Last question. Elections are fun because every 4 years we get to get rejuvenated, as you well know, and our sights kind of change and our goals kind of change. What do you see in the next 4 years coming up? What's your vision for your district?
My vision for my district is to make certain that we do extensive evaluations to see what our needs are. On top of what we've done and how we have improved the district, there's much more to be done. I would hope that we will be able to rebuild not only the district but the relationships. I believe there are people in our district that are looking for more. We have a lot of young people coming up in the district that have potential to do things. I would like to meet with those young people that are interested in maybe businesses to know exactly how to go about it. Not just take things for granted or assume anything, but to understand the protocol of what you need to do and how we can work together in making District C a richer district. A district for the children, a district for the adults, a district for everyone involved. The district has expanded, and I want to make certain that we are ready and that we are prepared for everything. For the storms, for the challenges. We have a lot of challenges in District C, but I do know that a lot has happened to improve some of those challenges. So if we continue to move forward and continue to address the challenges as a whole, I know that District C is going to be one of the best districts.
You heard it from right here, listeners on Dialogue. Ms. Constance Johnson, candidate for District C. Ms. Connie, thanks for being with us this morning. As always, very, very nice talking to you. Good luck.
Thank you.